The John Muir Trail stretches from, if you're going north to south, it starts in Yosemite Valley at a place called Happy Isles on the Merced River, and it goes kind of northeast up to Tuolumne Meadows in Yosemite National Park, and then it heads south pretty much the rest of the way through Yosemite National Park, Ansel Adams Wilderness, the Devil's Postpile National Monument, John Muir Wilderness, Kings Canyon National Park, Sequoia National Park. The John Muir Trail ends on the top of Mount Whitney, the highest point in the continental United States, at about 14,500 feet. And then it's about 10 miles down to the parking lot from there, back through the John Muir Wilderness Inyo National Forest to get to Portal, where the parking lot is, and get back in the vehicle and head home. In total, I think I hiked, using my maps and figuring out the mileage, I think I hiked around 257 miles. I did some side trips. The John Muir Trail itself is listed as 211, but with the finishing stretch and the side trips, I came in around 257. That's the estimate that I have. And I was out for 29 days, 28 nights, going about 9 miles a day. I wasn't doing the big mileage because I wanted to fish and take pictures. It takes a lot of planning. Had to think a lot about my gear and update some gear that was probably outdated, and had to think about the weight a lot. Had to balance comfort and being safe and having the right things for the activities I wanted to do, like the fishing and photography, with not carrying so much that I would be moving so slow that I wouldn't be enjoying the walking. Mm-hmm. So a nice balance between, in terms of what went in the pack, between what we had to have and trying to keep it as light as possible, and some things that would make the trip kind of rewarding. I wore the same nylon shorts with the zip-on and zip-off legs every day, and I had a couple of shirts, an extra change of underclothes, 3 pairs of socks. I only went through 1 pair of socks. Mm-hmm. I thought I would poke holes in all of them, but they were good socks, and I only poked a hole in 1 sock, really. And then I for warmth, I did layering. I did have a pair of camp pants I could put on and get an extra layer there. Every day I had granola with fruit in it and powdered milk, and to give me more calories, I put half a box of Jello pudding powder in with the granola and mixed it up. Different flavors to make it kind of different, lemon and pistachio, chocolate, vanilla. That helped. That was good. Extra calories and a little more flavor. And I would have some hot chocolate every morning. And that was pretty much breakfast. And then for lunch, I'd eat a couple handfuls of Gorp, some Gatorade, 1 liter of Gatorade. I took the powder and mixed it up with filtered water. And a Promax bar that I got I actually got them over the internet. These high protein, high calorie food bars. So I had one of those every day. And then at night it would be trout cooked with canola oil and lemon pepper salt, and some kind of backpacking meal, dehydrated meal, and some apple cider. It was pretty much that every day. It was fun hiking with my brother-in-law at the beginning, and meeting up with my brother and my nephew, my 7-year-old nephew, Elliot, for one night close to Devil's Postpile National Monument. It was Elliot's first night under the stars, and he caught his first trout there at Minaret Creek with his dad and with me and my brother-in-law Jim looking on, and that was really fun, very special. The feeling of being on top of Mount Whitney at the end, climbing up Mount Whitney with the pack and feeling so good, and I was hiking up with some other people who were finishing that day, and watching the sun come up over the ridge and the sunrise, and then getting up on top and being able to call Joan on the cell phone and tell her I'd made it, and I think that was probably the most emotional and special time of the whole trip.